You know the feeling. You stare at a task you need to do, and your brain completely locks up. This is cognitive friction. It is the intense, almost physical dread of an unstarted task. It is a psychological barrier, not a symptom of laziness. When you face this friction, your brain actively distorts reality. It looks at the work ahead and calculates an impossible weight, making the impending task appear exponentially heavier and far more complex than it actually is. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to bypass that barrier. We will use a technique called the Lotus Method to force your brain through the resistance and physically begin your dreaded task. Overcoming this paralysis relies entirely on process, not willpower. We have to systematically dismantle the barrier to entry using isolation, a pen, and a blank piece of paper. Step 1. Gather your physical tools. Grab a pen and a single blank piece of paper. Now, lock your mind onto that specific task you are dreading most. Write the name of this task in the exact center of your page. Once it's written, draw a hard, bold circle around it. The primary reason you haven't started yet is vague tasking. Broad, poorly defined objectives signal your brain that a massive expenditure of energy is required, which triggers instant overwhelm. Look at your circled task. If it will take longer than 2 hours to complete, cross it out immediately. If you crossed it out, replace it with only the very first localized phase of that project. If your project is writing a 10-page report, your new task is writing the outline. Isolating this microscopic core creates an essential foundation for action. Because the scope is so small, your brain cannot generate the immediate overwhelm that causes paralysis. Here is our central core task. Draw 3 branching petal shapes. Inside the first, write a foundational microstep, something entirely mechanical, like opening software. For the remaining petals, write the sequential micro-actions that naturally follow, like titling the document or importing data. Do not fall into the trap of overthinking these petals. You are not attempting to map out the entire life cycle of the project right now. These initial 3 steps must require absolutely zero deep thought. They have to be completely mechanical in their execution. By reducing the initiation phase to rote physical movements, we lower the cognitive barrier to entry to absolute zero. This effectively tricks your brain into starting before it has time to resist. Step 3. Shift your focus away from the paper for a moment and look at your immediate physical and digital surroundings. Pick up your phone and physically relocate it so it is completely out of sight and beyond arm's reach. Now, look at this screen. Notice how there is only a single active document window. You must mimic this by closing or minimizing every single non-essential tab, browser, or application currently open on your computer. If an alternative is visible, a brain experiencing cognitive friction will automatically choose it over the Lotus Method. Clearing your environment eliminates the digital escape routes a stressed brain desperately seeks during the initiation phase. Step 4. Mentally discard the rest of the project. Focus your complete attention solely on the mechanical action written in petal number 1. Look at this timer. We will execute this first petal in a 60-second window. Starting now, perform that action. You are halfway there. Keep your focus exclusively on the physical motion of the task. Let your hands do the work. Time is up. By simply surviving these dedicated 60 seconds of action, you reach the precise moment where cognitive friction shatters. You have successfully completed the first step and breached the psychological wall of resistance. The hardest part is transitioning from 0 to 1. You have now established yourself at 1. Take this newfound momentum and immediately chain it into executing petals 2 and 3. Do not take a break. Keep moving. Close this video right now and let momentum take control. You have just demonstrated that taking microscopic physical action neutralizes dread.